A very good afternoon and welcome to another exciting edition of Trends. This week we are celebrating all things love, setting the mood right for Valentine's Day. We opened up the show with Umtata's freshest trio, 047's love track titled Ubuhle. We'll be chatting to them a bit later on in the show. I go by the name of Selepa Maifadi and I will be holding it down for the next 60 minutes, giving you the latest art and entertainment news in and around our continent. Follow and interact with us on @Trendz on SABC. We would love to hear your views. Just in case you want to keep the romance intimate and memorable this Valentine's, then how about treating your loved one to a spa treatment with a romantic flair? Trendz visited a wellness beauty and spa with a difference in Sandton. Here's what you can see. It's all about tech and beauty merging together. Let's take a look.
The modern take on all things beauty is what sets this beauty spa apart in the game. Founder Jennifer Shui is taking things to the next level with cutting-edge technology gadgets that's all about optimum results and time saving.
Let me start your journey with our aloe vera room. This is our waterbed with a phototherapy, with warm temperature, cozy feeling. Yeah. And you're gonna experience now.
Each color on the waterbed has therapeutic function that best suits your mood. For optimum enjoyment and relaxation, the use of lights in therapy comes with LED skin mask that can be used separately or combined with a facial.
So it has different colors. Like I was saying before, if we're doing a peeling type treatment and your skin's like a little bit red or irritated afterwards, we would then cycle through to the color green, because green is complementary to red. So what that helps to do is it'll actually help to take the redness down from your skin and make your skin look a lot more comfortable and look less irritated, so that when you leave the spa, nobody knows that you've had a peel.
Yeah.
A good facial definitely calls for a full body treatment, and for that, the famous Maxi Bastion comes highly recommended. Maxi Bastion treatment applies the ancient Chinese medicine therapy via modern scientific technology, which utilizes herbal fumes on the meridian points of our body. It stimulates the blood and lymph circulation in order to improve the deficient body system. Whether it's a long time for self-love or celebration of romance, technology definitely has got your back.
Come next Wednesday, love will definitely be in the air. It's Valentine's Day, y'all, a day where lovers spoil their loved ones with gifts. So just in case you haven't yet decided what to get for your significant other, you might consider sending them a special rose. Yep, it's one of a kind and it has a special name. It's called the Mandela Rose. The orange vermilion rose was launched this past Wednesday at the Nelson Mandela Foundation. Let's take a look.
In Tarot, the rose is considered a symbol of balance. Its beauty expresses love, new beginnings, and hope. Now, after working on a special breed of a rose symbolic to Madiba for nearly 17 years, South African rose growers produced this special rose now called the Mandela Rose.
It's a vibrant rose, and it really represents Madiba, you know. And of course, the rose is a symbol of love. And Madiba was a man who was loving. He wanted to turn war into peace, and he wanted to do all the things that really we need to do now.
There are so many breeds of roses, and they all come in different colors, signifying different meanings. A red rose is for love, a white rose signifies purity, whilst a yellow rose is for friendship. At a glance, though, the Mandela Rose looks orange, when in fact it is a combination of colors, a mix of salmon and coral. The launch was graced by the presence of special people. And judging by Archbishop Tutu's moves, this Mandela Rose is definitely special. So, for lovers out there who might be thinking of surprising their loved ones with the Mandela Rose, you need to be quick. There are only 100 available in the country.
Since love is the order of the day, we have musicians who know how to set the mood right for the upcoming Valentine's music concert. Evening of Love was such a hit last year that Motherland decided to give you another night of back-to-back love songs from Mzansi's talent. We have that talent with us in studio today. We opened up with the trio from Mthatha who go by the name of 047. This proudly Xhosa group promises to bring a vivid melodical offering to Mzansi's music scenes. Welcome to Trendz, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Okay, so let's start with why 047? What does that stand for?
047 is area code is Mthatha, and we from there, so we felt like we should do it more for our hometown, so that's why we chose 047.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you guys decide to mesh together, or were you guys individual artists and then got to become a group?
Actually, we met 2013.
Yeah, it was 2013, yeah.
At a music competition. We were against Sikhe's group. I was on the same group as Ungali. We got locked on that hall gala night, and we just clicked. So since 2013, we've been together doing this.
So when did Vusi Nova come into this equation? Because I know that he's your mentor.
Yeah, he's more of a mentor, by the way. He's our dad.
Around last year, it was June or July. A friend of ours, Butwake, wazana ne-friend yakhe. Sister yakhe. It's a long story, by the way.
Allow tell us the story.
So, yeah, so i-friend yakhe, we submitted i-lenduka i-demo zethu ku-friend yakhe, and then Melissa emotweni. It was at Park Station. So ekugqibeleni ke uBravuso imamela lo obuyela kuthi back nobana, wow, I love your music, guys, I have to meet you. Like, we're shocked. It was a miracle, by the way. Yeah. That's why we thank God. Wow, that's very amazing.
So before, were you still doing music in Xhosa, or is it just something that came up when Vusi Nova came up? How did that language thing come about?
We did, you know, we're still young, right? So back then we tried to find something that's gonna work, because I had just recently got to Joburg.
So you were doing hip hop,
yeah,
cramping.
So we're doing those, you know, those R&B and thing. And then when we actually met him, he was like, okay, we had songs that's close as a cappella group, right? So it's like, why not stick to that? Because that is gonna work for you guys, and it sounds much nicer. You know, so that's what happened.
So, and you guys, I mean, since last year, you guys performed at the Buyela Kai Festival. That was so amazing. Tell us about that experience, performing in like your hometown, and you're an upcoming artist who's also from Eastern. I mean, it just worked.
The love is too much, man, you know, because for us, this stage is we were literally afraid. Like, you know, when we got there, when we sang Ubushe, then the sing-along was crazy, man. You know? It was crazy, you know, it was really, really crazy. So the love is just too much, and we thank everyone for the love, you know. We thank everyone for the love.
So since then, not only have you guys been on the Buyela Kaya stage, you've been on many other stages. Tell us about the experience. How are people receiving it? Not just people from Eastern Cape, but around SA.
Actually, people are loving the song, because we've just dropped like one single. The album is coming. Probably dropping the next single soon, yeah, but people are loving Ubuhle. They're like, are you not the 047 guy on the meters? So we're happy.
So you're signing autographs, and you guys have autographs
So like,
now?
they'll be like, okay, are you the guy from 047? Yes, I am. Oh, I'm the Ubuhle. I think because like I think you. No, yeah, well, like
It's amazing.
Let's talk a bit about Evening of Love. I mean, next week you guys are going to be serenading a whole lot of South Africans at the Sun. Tell us about that. What should we expect from you?
Firstly, if I can say, you're gonna expect a whole lot of emotions from us, right? A whole lot of emotions. Our set is out of this world, and yeah, it's just gonna be a surprise for you guys. You shouldn't miss Evening of Love this year.
So we are giving away 3 double tickets to Evening of Love.
Yeah.
What would you say you want the competition question to be?
Oh my God.
Come on, wing it. Just something. Maybe let's say the name of your first single. How about that?
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Okay, so if you want to grab these 3 double tickets for you to go out to the Evening of Love with your significant other, all you have to do really is just tweet us, let us know what is the name of 047 single. Yeah. So we are going to take a quick break, right? And we'll be back right after this.
thina sithandwa sam ngicela sibambane nesandla sibayeke bonke ababathetha amanyala ngamnawe sithandwa sam ngicela sibambane nesandla sibayeke bonke ababathetha ubuxoki ngathi sithandwa sam ngicela sibambane nesandla sibayeke bonke ababathetha amanyala ngamnawe sithandwa nibavile futhi nibabonile baby bathetha ngathi oh baby basicekela phansi tibabonile baby okwaye nibavile sithandwa bathetha ngathi oh baby basicekela phansi.
My love for you is all I need. I've tried to play things perfectly, 'cause baby,
we're meant to be.
My love for you is all I need. I've tried to play things perfectly, 'cause baby,
we're meant to be. Sithandwa sam ngicela sibambane ngesandla sibayeke bonke ababathetha ubuxoki ngathi sithandwa sam ngicela sibambane ngesandla sibayeke bonke ababathetha amanyala ngamnawe sithandwa sam ngicela sibambane nesandla sibayeke bonke ababathetha ubuxoki ngathi sithandwa sam.
That was a beautiful performance by the trio 047. Don't forget, we're giving away 3 double tickets to go to the Evening of Love. All you have to do, tweet us on @Trendz on SABC. Mention what is the name of their first single. You know that exercise can be daunting for many of us. And if you're posed with the decision to sit on the couch and watch a movie or go out to the gym, chances are you're keeping that couch warm. The key is finding a regime that is both enjoyable and keeps you fit, like pole dancing. So this week, we hit the Vertical Vixen pole dancing studio in North Riding. Take a look. Pole fitness can be seen as a form of gymnastics and dance style that include a combination of cardio, strength training, acrobatics, dance techniques, and gymnastics. We got in touch with Julie Fowler, who has been instructing for almost 12 years. And judging from her dance moves, she is definitely a pro.
Vertical Vixen is pole dancing and fitness studio, mainly for women. We do get guys coming through for the pole fitness classes, but it's mainly for empowering women and also getting a little bit of our sexy on, and also doing more fitness classes based around the pole.
Age is nothing but a number when it comes to working that pole, honey. The classes vary in levels to ensure that you ease into the workout routines.
We start with beginners. We've got beginners level 1 and 2. So the class that was just before this one at 6. That's level 1, level 2. We learn how to hold a pole, we learn how to stay on the pole, we climb, we do basic grip conditioning and shoulder conditioning, really get the body and the core muscles strong. Then we go up to like an intermediate level where the movements become more upside down, we do more aerial movements, a lot more acrobatic kind of combinations. And then the advanced level, which is just more movements, more pole tricks, more fluidity around the pole. And then the class that you guys are joining us for is more of like our dance class, where we combine all the elements together and then we get a little cardio boost all at the same time. And it's a bit more sexy because Valentine's month, so it's a little bit more sensual this time round.
The most amazing thing for me is actually the upper body strength. There's so few things that as a woman that you can do in exercise world that strengthens your upper body in the way that pole dancing does. Other than going to gym and feeling like an idiot on the pull-up bar and thinking like people are going to be looking and saying I'm doing it wrong. It's just such a fun way to get really strong.
So I've been part of Vertical Vixen for about, let's say, 2 years now. I've been training very hard. When I started, I couldn't even climb a pole. but it's all just hard work and dedication and the love of it, the passion. So that's the fun part of it.
I'm a runner, but then when it comes to toning, especially the glutes and all the wiggly bits, it actually works on it, you know. I think I feel so much more stronger. So when you focus more on strength, this is definitely the exercise for you. It's only been 4 months since I started, but I mean, for me, it was more like, I'm a mom of 2. I wanted to do something that's like for me, you know, not for my husband, not for my kids, but something that's just empowering for myself. So this is why I did it.
For something different on Valentine's Day, how about you take your lover, friend, and neighbor for a fun night out of breaking a sweat while having fun on a pole? Definitely, that was very sensual. So yeah, you know, that's for Valentine's Day, and we are also giving away a membership to the Vertical Vixen to go and try out the classes. All you have to do is go on Twitter on @Trendz on SABC. You'll find the question there, literally, who doesn't want a month membership of pole dancing? Anyway, it made its first showcase in Vavasati's Women Festival last year. Now, Nyalao, a theatre production highlighting issues relating to marriage and love, is currently on at the State Theatre. The production is written and directed by Delane Mashilo.
It's not just matters of the heart that are put on the spotlight. Intimacy, nudity, and homosexuality, often seen as taboo, are also at play.
Nyala-o, someone would think that, okay, Nyala-o because it's marriage-based. No, it's not marriage-based. It's basically all about any relationship that you find yourself in. It's just that I used marriage, so you find that there's a character of Nomsa who's married to Joe, and we are going through this issue that she's facing within her marriage, which is her sexuality and how she fails to communicate. And so basically what I'm saying is, without communication, we find ourselves in all these different issues, particularly when it comes to our own sexuality. It's such a taboo topic to even talk about. I mean, we are told constantly as women, you know, you keep things to yourself. There's no such thing that you speak it out. So it's this woman faced with this issue. She cannot communicate to her husband because on the day of the marriage, she was told, Musadi Hanamulo.
Here we are introduced to Nomsa, a wife committed to her husband. She takes the audience on a journey of self-discovery. She is expected to navigate her way between traditional and Western culture, and this is where issues of intimacy come to play.
Because I've never gotten the opportunity to play such a stern woman, such a strong woman, you know. Though she's strong and stern and, you know, very, you know, she's gentle, she's humble, she's loving, you know. So I thought to myself, how am I going to play? How am I going to portray this Wonder Woman, you know? But as they say, you know, you learn as you go by, you know. So it's not my first time playing this role, and I think I still have a bit more work to do. But I can say I'm enjoying playing them.
Themes of love, sex, and communication are also evident throughout the play. Now we meet the character of Malume Themba, who has accustomed his life to fixing toilets. His scene opens with Matume, who is gay, but still wants to live his life as a straight man. The twist here is that Matume is married to Malume Themba's niece.
Well, when I found out that Matume was gay, first and foremost, he's married to my niece. So like it really like touched me because what frustrated me the most is that angazathula isikhathi singaka angakhulumi, and then why angavesa angakhulumi rather nokuthi umuntu angazamnikeza uthando lungaka, because bese bayajwayelene of which is not the first time Malume ayibonile lento le. It was when in the toilet, when he realized that Matume is using so much hands when he speaks, then why is we neglect kancane. But then what mefika umoyi masekathi hayi uMatume nayo udliwa ngale ngasese, then that's where I like, because for me personally as an actor it made me realize ukuthi it's better ukuthi uphumele sobala early rather than for you ukuthi lokuthula, because the more uthula is the more ulimaza omunye umuntu.
The play has also been to the Mascot Theatre at the University of Pretoria and Jack Buddha in Mamelodi. This production will run at the State Theatre until the 18th of this month.
This incubation program is still on at the State Theatre, so you can still go and check out Nyalao and other productions that are on at the State Theatre. We'll be back right after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome to The Tea on Trendz. I'm Nadia Adams and we'll be looking at some flashbacks from the world of showbiz over the past week. Jumping right in the wake of a social media uproar following the release of a controversial film, Ingleba, depicting the Xhosa tradition into manhood. Several male celebrities have taken to social media to express their views on the film. Loyiso Bala was one of the local celebs who was dragged by Twitter for his opinion on the film. The musician slammed the film for ridiculing and disrespecting the Xhosa culture. Rapper MT has also lambasted Xhosa men who snitch on what happens on the mountain as it is considered to be sacred. Move over Kimi, little Kylie is taking over. Kim Kardashian West has been toppled from the top spot with younger sister Kylie Jenner at the age 20 being the newest, richest in the Kardashian-Jenner clan. This all thanks to her makeup empire. The youngest in the family sits at a whopping 4.6 billion rand net worth. With everyone questioning whether or not President Jacob Zuma will step down, many South Africans have taken to Twitter and made light of the situation using the hashtag #ZumaRecallMovies. The task was simple: create a movie title for Jacob Zuma's recall. The outcome, absolutely hilarious.
Imagine a place where the unimaginable is imagined, where verdant green landscapes meet magnificent blue skies, where waterfalls flow as futuristic spacecrafts fly above, where a first world African nation sits at the forefront of science and technology. This is not Eden, darling, it's Wakanda, home to T'Challa, the Black Panther, and the newly crowned king of the Wakandans. Africa takes center stage in Marvel's latest addition to the cinematic universe, Black Panther. Let's take a look.
Black Panther is a world leader. That's a responsibility that other superheroes don't commonly have, that he has to look out for an entire nation.
Soon, there will only be the conquered and the conquerors.
The Dora Milaje are women who pledged their lives to the throne and to the security of the kingdom. Wakanda forever! My character, Okoye, is the general of the armed forces as a whole.
Okoye represents the old guard and tradition, while my character, Nakia, challenges tradition.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
Nakia was born to be a warrior. She was born with a warrior spirit.
I got into a disagreement. Made a bit of a mess.
Training was very, very interesting. The Dora have a way of fighting that was supposed to be inspired by moving as one. The Dora work together to take down somebody, like the fight we have with Killmonger.
Step into the spotlight. Actions there, it's not your typical film. It's raw, it's real.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
Wow, 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 what a film. We had the chance to see the movie this past week, and all I can say is amazing. Social media has also been a buzz about the film, so shall we break it down a little bit?
Yep. Firstly, how much would you rate it?
Okay, honestly, I give it an 8. You?
I can give it a 10. I can safely give it a 10. It was a really good movie. Let's talk a bit about the presence. I mean, did you realize how much Africa is in there? I mean, they're speaking in Xhosa, and there was so much Basotho blankets. They even used it as a shield. That was absolutely beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, well, it was futuristic, but at the same time, you could totally see the African themes shining through, which I thought was done absolutely brilliantly.
And obviously, you know that a movie has to go along with a banging soundtrack. And Kendrick Lamar literally did the damn thing. He dropped the album. When was it? 2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days,
yesterday.
yeah.
Yes, he dropped the album yesterday that has 14 artists that features Vince Staples, Sway Lee, The Weeknd, SZA, Khaled, Jordan Smith, James Blake, Anderson .Paak, and a whole lot more. And on Tuesday, he dropped the video for the song that he has with SZA, because they said that he's been working on the album when he was on the Damn tour. So what happened is that it just added up, and then that's how the whole production of the album came about. What's your take on the South African artists that are on the album?
What can I say? Babes, babes, babes. She's all over that movie, and she did a stellar job. I mean, we just can be proud of her. She's had a lot of backlash from South Africa itself, but I mean, she's been recognized internationally. So I think it's time ourselves we recognize Babes for being an artist that is on point.
Yeah, but not only has she been getting backlash, but people were celebrating the fact that herself, Java, and Saudi are part of this album. You know, it's a big deal that Americans, or rather the world, is realizing the talent that we have here in South Africa. And on the terms of GOM, we're not too sure what that means, because in the album, Babes was on a song, and the lyrics of that song were a bit risky. So a lot of people on social media had a lot to say about that, because it goes, oh my word, oh my gosh, oh my word, oh my gosh, like 4 or 5 times. And it says everybody say kiriti gigi or something like that. And we don't know how to take that. Would you go on an album with Kendrick Lamar and all those other big names that I mentioned and say that?
Definitely. I mean, look, Kendrick took the song, knowing the lyrics. He loved the sound. I think the sound is what's most important, and the lyrics just gel perfectly. So yeah, big ups to you. That's all I can say.
Yeah, so definitely people were saying that the lyrics from the Black Panther album, this girl says, "Where ma?" And she's in tears and saying, "Oh my gosh, what a legend." And can we see the next one? It says, just got to the Black Panther soundtrack, just got it. And I'm here for this lit delivery by Babes Wodumo. Fire, fire, emoticons, crying face, claps once. And she's like, I'm sure she had Zachary and Kendrick Lamar doing the Vosho. I mean, now the world is doing Voshos because GOM has penetrated and is in there so hard, right?
We're in there, and we're just elevating ourselves more and more. So big ups to us. And big ups to Black Panther.
Well, Black Panther had a 100% rating just earlier this week until someone came and decided to say that Black Panther deserves a 3 out of 5. Obviously, Twitter had him for that because it's a really good movie and it took it off from 100% ratings. But we don't know. This is what we believe. We are agreeing with Jack Howard, who says the character's story and themes are complex and fully realized, but are handled with such affection and control that you don't notice how much is happening. The world feels alive. The action is facilitating story. Its politics are bold and timely. Yep, it's great.
Okay, well, his most important problem with the film was that there wasn't enough people being beaten up.
I mean, why would you want a lot of people to be beat up? Because they had those vibranium. It's a mineral that they put into... Okay, let me not even spoil it. While we practice how to say the word GOM, we'll be back after the break. Don't go anywhere. Open Mic Productions' proudly African soul sister Xander is bringing her unique touch to the music industry with a booming new single, Hamba. After a few features that thrust her into the spotlight, she's with us in studio today to tell us about her new project. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
So, I mean, we all started knowing you from when you featured into an album, a song with Prince KB, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that. How did that come about?
I've actually first featured on a song called Umvulo with DJ Mdix, and then I met Prince KB. We did the song Yonkindo after he had heard Umvulo. So yeah, man. After that, it just went sky high.
So how did he even find you? What were you doing before that happened?
Before that, I was still trying to get my feet into the industry. He heard the song Umvulo online, and he basically dropped me a DM on Instagram. He was like, look, I gotta work with you. And that's how it came about.
So tell us about Hamba, because that's a new project. Should we be looking forward to an album coming up anytime soon?
My album's actually out. We dropped it in December. Hamba is on there. It's the first single. It's basically all the words I wanted to hear, all the words of encouragement I wanted to hear, trying to get into the industry, you know. So I'm just out here telling people, listen, you can do it, don't give up.
Are you featuring people in there as well?
Yeah. The album is actually jam-packed with legendary features, if I may. I featured Doc Shebeleza. There's bongo beats in there on production. There's Jakes Tebe, Dr. Muruti. So yeah, man, it's like a production dream come true.
What kind of sounds are in that album?
It's more of an Afro house vibe. It's mostly dance music, but I do Afro pop and Afro soul there as well. Just for, you know, I'm trying to accommodate everyone.
Yeah. Let's talk a bit about your tours. Where are you performing? Where do people find you?
First and foremost, I am on social media. That's where I usually update and upload my gig guide. It's at Xander on every platform. Yeah, so if anything comes up, that's where people will know.
And content, are you sticking to love, or is it just about everything in society?
This is a love album. Cynthia the Journey is definitely a love album. I sing a lot about love that I've seen over the years, observed from other couples, love that I've gone through, love that I've lost along the way. Yeah, so it's a definite love album.
You find that a lot of songstresses that are doing house beats or in house music, when they slow it down, you get a whole different sound. It's like they're going to a jazzier feel. Is that something you plan on looking into in the long run?
Eventually, yeah. Jazz is definitely the goal, because I did study it in university, sorry. I studied in university for a good 2 to 3 years. And so I look to go back there eventually. But for now, you just get people shaking and moving.
Would you say it's easier to break into the industry as a songstress by focusing on that kind of BT type of songs?
It appeals to the youth, I wouldn't lie. So it's a quicker way to get your music out there. Yeah.
Well, let's put you on the spot a bit. What are you doing on Valentine's Day?
I am dropping a second single. Yes, it's called Head to Toes. It's about love. And yeah, man, it's dropping on the 14th of February.
So it's spreading good vibes, because, you know, heartbreak is a part of love. So from head to toe, what are we doing from head to toe? Tell us.
No, it's just loving whoever unconditionally. It could be your dog, it could be your cat, it could be your granny. Love them from their head to their toes.
Yeah. And for the rest of 2017, what should we be expecting from you?
Great music. I'm doing a lot of features, as well as promoting the album. It's got jam-packed sounds. Like it's a very nice album. I can't lie.
Wow. Okay, well, we look forward to that. Everybody, that was Xander. She's going to be performing for us, closing down the show a little later on. Now, you know that online shopping is one of the coolest ways of sourcing out your most sought-after fashion brands. It's also a trend that has now become very popular with most boutiques. Trendz visited Totally Polished, which is an online boutique situated in Sandton, to see how this trending phenomenon has impacted on their way of doing business. We got you some styling tips to keep you on top of your fashion game this season as well. So let's take a look.
Meet Pumla and Nandi. They are the brains behind this online boutique. Their partnership started when they were in their early 20s, coupled with their love of fashion. Totally Polished was formed. The online shopping phenomenon is becoming bigger by the day, but what makes this online boutique stand out? Is it their clientele approach?
Our brand is all about statement pieces. So I think for me, as long as you have that statement shirt, you can pull that off with a simple pair of pants, a simple skirt. But one piece needs to be stunning and one piece needs to be amazing. And that for me is what keeps me going and how I put my clothes together. So it could be that, for example, what I'm wearing right now is a dress to another person, but today I'm wearing it as a top. So it's exploring what you have in your wardrobe, and finding different ways of wearing it and not just the norm.
This brand is about statement pieces. Mostly the collections in store consist of ruffles, checks, and lace.
So, for example, today we have this simple shirt, dress, that you can obviously wear alone. But if you were to go out on a date for dinner or something, look at what I'm doing. So you could literally just put this on top, put in a nice heel, and you're ready to go out for dinner.
The outfits are so versatile. You can transform one outfit from day to night just like that.
Pumla has on the third and final look for the day. It is the black ruffle dress. She's put it together with dainty, beautiful black shoes, black pants underneath, white tee. And the nice thing about this look is you really can just play with it. So she has it on today in the more casual, day wear. Yes, turn around for us. And, the nice thing about this dress, this ruffle throw-over dress, is that you don't only wear it during the day, off to the office even, but you can take off all that's underneath, throw on a little bikini, and do your thing on your vacation with your bae.
We've seen the clothes. Now here's what the fashion stylists have to say about this season's fashion. Remember, what worked last season might not cut it this season.
First and foremost, make sure that you dress for your body. There's nothing worse than trying to squeeze yourself into something because it looked beautiful in another person. And secondly, stay away from the matchy-matchy.
I think also, if you are deciding to go the matchy-matchy way, please just make sure that you maybe wear one color and wear one item. Your accessory must be popping. It can either be your shoes, it can either be your handbag, but just make sure if you're deciding to go that way.
Remember, style is versatile and it does not have to cost an arm and a leg.
Now we've got nothing but love for you, but unfortunately, we have to go. Don't forget to go on @Trendz on SABC to check out all the competitions we're giving up so that you can go and have a beautiful Valentine's Day, right? We're playing out with Xander, who's going to be doing her new song From Head to Toe. Yes. So from us and the Trendz team, cheers, bye.
Love you from your head to your toes. Love you with my heart and from my soul. Tear my flesh or break my bone. Your love is the blood in my veins that flows. Love you from your head to your toes. Love you with my heart and for my soul. Tear my flesh or break my bones. Your love is the blood in my veins that flows. Each other's backs against all odds. We'll win this war. Celebrate our love and so much more. Mina na kuranza sando sam na kaishwela. And I pray every day to stay together. Come with me. Hey. To stay together, come with me. love you from your head to your